Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you said that these people are sacrificed and maybe they're trying to compensate for what they did not do at their right time of age. As I can say that men at our age, or maybe from high school up to 20s, late 20s, a man is maybe not having some worth because a man is money. And these
Yeah.
ladies basically they prefer those with money who can take care of them and stuff. So you get that it's campus people face a lot of rejection and yet they move with those with money and older people. So does it mean that these people, uh, in this case, these people doing these killings, are they people who didn't find that chance to maybe date their age mates and now said that once I get money, I will come back for these young ones so that I get that which I didn't get when I wanted them?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'm sure if you check on those cases,
Yeah.
these are individuals that mostly society did not the society that we are having, if you are not persistent, women
Mm.
tend to go with men with material things. And what does that do to men who are still broke, men who do not have anything? Even now, the trend on Twitter is a number of Kenyan women are saying that they better die with rich Nigerian in Airbnbs other than dating broke people. And you know how are young men who are the majority and are very broke feeling about that. So one day, when someone gets money and they don't have the right temper to understand how the world nowadays is working, they can try now to revenge. There is high possibility. Like a number of friends who I grew up with and are blessed to have a lot of money nowadays, if I visit them, like a friend of mine is keeping three girlfriends in one house because he's controlling them using money. And he says that when I
Mm.
was broke, they could not date me. Now I have money, I'll do whatever I want with them. So they're having that inner revenge inside them because of how society nowadays is, that without money you don't get chance. So the question is, if you get money, will you use that chance in appropriate way? They won't. And even if we stop about the killing, you can imagine the type of sexual intercourse those people are having with those ladies, even those who are not killers. They're
Mm.
using it as if this is my money, I paid for it and I want to use it the way I want. So there is no respect during those sexual intercourse. So we can blame society for doing this, for putting love to be materialistic thing, that if a man is broke he does not have right, because if he'll have that money, he'll now cross the line and do whatever he wants with that money.
Mhm. Now, what are some of the things that we need to do? Because I think the ladies have been educated, the men have been educated, all of us have been educated, yeah. And
Yeah.
mostly there are very many organizations. We have got Dream Girl, you can mention them. They come out each and every day to teach these girls, mostly girls, yeah. Because I rarely see these organizations that come and call boys to maybe give them incentives and to educate them. These guys they get education left, right, and center, and they still mess up. Who is to blame? Is it the girls or is it the organizations that don't give them education in the right way?
Yeah, that's a complex question, because if we had an easy answer, we would be practicing it so that it works. So
Mm.
this is the point. This is the point. So we have two things that one major thing that run the world, and that is the
Yeah.
narrative. That is the narrative. It is Socrates that said that the world will keep on suffering until the day that philosophers will become leaders and leaders will become philosophers. So we used to have a culture where we had where the common celebrities were people who are respected because of their intellectual capacity. So they could come up with the narrative like, let us have democracy. Let everyone say, come on and let us do this because this is going to make us live in peace. But nowadays, our celebrities, maybe how they look, what they sing, but there is no one who comes up with narrative on how society can live long. So however much you teach people, your lesson is not the narrative that they are receiving in social media. So the narrative that we are receiving, and this is another effect that we need to blame on social media, is about class. And you don't just get class like that, you get class using quick money and faking lifestyle. So the solution is that we still need to educate people and come up with narratives. Most people who are selling lies are all over in the social media, but you and me, people who can have substance that people can rely on for long-term survival and for people to live very well, we are just quiet with our lives. We are hoping that we will educate our kids. And now our kids are being educated through the media and the narrative they are getting, so that becomes difficult. So it's upon individual responsibility. Actually, we cannot blame the organization that are just trying to do good things, because I've attended a number of them. I motivate a number of boys and girls, and you give them your best. You try to give them lessons, and you should not be blamed. But now it's upon each and every individual to listen to themselves. Listening to yourself, is this really what I want, or I'm doing this for society? Every young girl knows that their body is sacred, and if they maintain the modesty that they deserve, things can go very well because they will be family oriented. But others who don't care much are just jumping into things, and if they don't get these lessons, most of them will die. So the problem is solution. One quick solution to this question is we need to restructure our society, and we cannot change the entire society once. It is you and me, individual change, and you be a role model to whatever you do. Talk to your boys. Most of young men who are being rejected, actually, I also face rejection. And do you know how I take rejection? Rejection means that maybe, boy, you are not the best thing that you could be. How about you
Yeah, don't
educate
work on
yourself a
yourself.
little bit? Yes.
Yeah, it's a message that you go and work on yourself, go and work on this, go and work on that.
Yes, so you don't take it with bitterness, because even if ladies stop dating because of money or material things, at the end of the day, they still have to choose. Even if you are a lady, you must choose someone, and choosing someone, you must have your criteria. So if you are a guy and you are being rejected by all possible ladies, even those that are lower in your class, like, you must see that you have the problem and you need to rectify a few things without being bitter. Then you must just be a noble man. A noble man dates a lady or a few ladies, then after a short period of time, they settle and they get married, and he focuses on a family. You become a family man so that you contribute to your family, your society, and the entire world, other than running with the ladies in rooms for the rest of your life. So actually, one of the points that I wrote and struck many people yesterday was that we are blaming ladies for liking money, and we are not blaming men in their right age for buying sexual intercourse. Like, it's very low and rare. It's very low that as a man,
Yeah,
you cannot sit down with someone to accept you because you are full of negativities, and your social life is very bad, your financial life is very poor, and your spiritual life is very poor, so that you have to buy. You move in random clubs to buy ladies who drink alcohol and take them to room. Like, shame on you before we shame on girls who want your money. To some
yeah, it's
extent,
true. But
I
you mentioned some point that when you face rejection, when you face rejection, when you don't have something, once you get that something, you will have to get whatever you didn't get. Yeah. So
I, I,
the narrative currently is that you can't easily get a girl when you don't have money. Yeah. Is it true or not
number
true?
one.
When you meet a girl, first of all, you are going to spend. Maybe you have to buy a credit, you have to send fare, you have to do a few things. Yeah. That one, when you don't have money right now, you just say, "Oh, this one I can't afford. Let me just leave it by this side." Then when you get that money, you can get whatever you missed that other time. Why would you resist? Yeah. It's the
Fine,
narrative
fine.
right now. It's the narrative that we have. People, we grow up knowing that you can't get girls with and you don't have money. So we make money with a specific mentality that we are making money to get those ladies that once denied us, or even their younger ones at our rightful age.
A point of correction. Fine, whatever you are
Yeah,
saying is true, but not entirely true. Not all girls are like that. Like, actually, I was a student leader in a university for a very long period of time. And
yeah,
one of the things that I noticed, whenever a boy was arrested and taken to police station, I was always privileged to go and negotiate with them. Like, most of them, 90%, it is their girls that came through. to provide the financial assistance to release those boys. Do you know why?
Mhm.
Most boys whose future seems to be promising. Like I know this, if you have a girlfriend at your standards because you have a number of things going, most ladies actually, they try to see your future. If you are right, if you are in right standard of education and whatever, even if you are broke now and if you have a girlfriend who is well mannered in average way, however much they might love money, they are likely to tend to try to provide to be together with you. It changes
Yeah.
from 100 to 0. They tend to behave 50-50. If you have a girlfriend, someone who is reasonable enough, they'll try to see where your future is headed and they try if they can fix that. Most of them are not, they don't even beg money directly. It is just that you feel, let me do this, let me do this. As a man, let me do this. But they also tend to help if they have known you for a long, and if you're also doing something, if you're also kicking your ass to make some wealth and make some future. So we can agree on that. Yeah, not all women will just be after your money, that it's one-sided spending.
Yeah, I didn't say all, but that's the narrative currently. Even most people do say,
Yes,
I can't date, I don't have money, I can't do this and this. Yeah, that's the point
yes,
I was trying to.
that is the true narrative. But now we have two things that we have to consider. Like you, I would actually like to know your honest opinion about this. If women have been rejecting you because you don't have money, what is your way forward? Do you say that if I have money, I'll have to revenge on them, have majority, or your view is that I'll have money, find someone who is of my standard that I can maintain and I have a good family with? Which line do you go with?
When you begin to make money for the sake of women or girls, then
Hmm.
I think you lost direction. But when you rejected, okay, personally, when I'm rejected because I do not have money, when I get
Yes.
the money, I'll use it as a revenge, but I'll use it to get the right person
Yeah.
that matches my standard and we can maintain whatever the money is, yeah. Because you can get
Yes.
money, then you get a lady use it, and then you get back to zero, where you were
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
You reject someone from the same lady who came when you had money.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. I've also had experience with some of my friends who persuades who persuade ladies by money, and they say that their experience with that sexual intercourse is never good. If you realize that you are buying, you don't
Mhm.
feel the intimacy, you don't feel the acceptance. I don't know if you have
It's
any
just
experience of having someone that you did not naturally seduce and fall in love with, and because you had money that day, you bought a few drinks or whatever, and you just know that I'm just getting this because my pocket was loaded. Do you have any experience with that?
mm, apparently no. I can't say yes, I have such because I have never had money to do that.
So this is what I assume, that is the narrative that is going on. Women are after money, and young men, most
Mm.
of young men are suffering because of that. But they must also realize that it will be more wasteful if you focus that you want money to go and revenge. However much, to some extent, I do also feel that feeling, that if this is what
Mm.
is going on, if I get a number, if I get a lot of money, I might also, there is that pain that is in almost all young men's heart, that have been broke, that are coming from the backgrounds that we are coming. It is there. But now you have to be, there is a philosopher called Friedrich Nietzsche who said that you must be an Ubermatch. Ubermatch overcomes things that comes with a lot of emotions and supersede them and become a noble man. So you have to say that, let me just overcome this, and that money should provide security to my family other than revenging on women. So I
Yeah,
think
and
I think
there's also this narrative, right back in the campus, we got those who say, these ladies in their 20s, they're now rejecting us. Now let us make money so that their children, their children
yeah,
will be our girlfriends in
yeah.
our 30s when we have money. That's the narrative. So you hear that somebody works hard with an aim of maybe revenging on someone's child, that lady who once rejected him, I mean.
Mm,
So when we go continue to live with that perspective, I think we are losing direction because we are not
yeah.
going to make money for personal gains, but we are going to make money to exploit people. We're going to make money to sin more. Yeah.
It does not lead to a stable. It does not lead to a stable society.
Yeah. Because these things they also follow whatever you do will one day follow you. It's true.
Mm.
Whatever you've done to somebody, it will one day, because you also give birth, you will also have children, you will have girls. We have sisters. Yeah. Personally, I
And if
have my
that is
sisters
and if that
who are also,
escalates so much, women will stop working forever because they'll
yeah.
just be waiting for those people that have made wealth. So actually, as a society, we need to focus on that, and we also need to tell girls, like our ladies must know that there is no free lunch always. That they've built up a culture that if you go to a club and someone smiles to you, can buy for you a drink, you go with them, or you choose not to go with them. Like there is nothing for free. They just need to work like the way they are fighting for their rights in other areas, like in parliament, like two-third gender rule. Why can't they fight for their own money if they really need that equality? They also need to just work hard as every human being, because we've made the environment humble enough that even women can achieve their goals. They
Yeah.
should
And they
just
say
work hard.
they can do whatever we can do as men, and we are allowed that. Let them do whatever they can do. But then I think they should just learn to be contented. Contentment first will help them a lot. The
One of
lifestyle
the
they
things that is
display,
one of
the
the things
lifestyle
that
they
is
display
strict.
in the media is
Okay.
different from the real life they live. Because
Yeah, yeah.
number one, they are very broke, but they need to live that life standard on Instagram.
Mm.
Where will they get money? They don't have a job. Where will they get money when they cannot make that money? They'll only depend on people to give them free money. They use what they have wrongly to get money.
One of the areas that brought the difference is that if you remember our grandfathers and our grandmothers, our grandmothers never used to drink and smoke. If they are not very old, young women were not allowed to sit where young men and big men were drinking. What is your take on ladies today who are smoking and drinking a lot of alcohol? Should we regulate this? Should we approve this? Or what do you think about the entire thing, women drinking alcohol like that, generally?
Actually, why would a woman drink alcohol?
That is a big point. But now, if you, I wrote an article about it and they almost killed me,
Mhm.
because my view was that alcohol, like beer, it was something that men, after hard work, they used to go to a restaurant and discuss their issues, more business opportunity as they sip alcohol. But nowadays, women are in club and they're bringing a lot of confusion. That if you go to club, you must come up with a woman. You don't even have constructive discussion. You are just after seducing women. So I would like to hear your opinion about women drinking alcohol and smoking weed. Mostly the young women. We can permit old women who are smoking cigar and drinking changa at home, but young women,
Gender equality. These women they want everything that men do so that they can do. Yeah. The moment
yeah.
you start to restrict that we do not need ladies into these clubs, they will
Mm,
start like, oh, is it because we are women? Women
yeah.
should be respected, be given an equal opportunity. But then, from our forefathers and foremothers, we used to see, or we were told that the busa itself, it was for the old,
Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah.
wazee,
Very
not
old.
not even boys. It
Yes. Yes.
was for wazee who are taking it specifically. Maybe when they were having some meetings. Actually, it was being taken in during ceremonies. It was not just being taken
Yes.
anyhow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this norm, I think, social media has also propelled it so much. And then parenting also has a hand in this,
Yes.
because once we start allowing our children out as early as at maybe when they're in high school age 14, 15, 16, they get exposed to these other things. They go to these birthday parties that you might think are very holy. That's where they start to drink. That's where they start to smoke. And then when they join campus, now these ladies they become worse. Now it becomes the norm. When they realize that there's something sweet in this, when I drink this and I go to the club, maybe I'll get some good man.
Yeah.
You will give me money, give me this and this, you know. But generally, the ladies, I think people need to maintain their lane. Actually, my perspective on gender equality,
Yes.
it should be whatever we are doing right now is favor. It is not gender equality.
Yeah.
We are doing favor. Favor means when there are maybe 10 seats, you say
Mm.
we reserve 5 seats for women and 5 seats for men. That is
Man.
not gender equality. Gender equality is to let people get the seats for themselves.
Yes.
Women are left out, then that's not a problem. Yeah, let the
Yeah.
if there are equal seats, let everybody go out there and campaign. Do not specify that these seats are specifically for women. That's not gender equality,
Yes.
according to me. Gender
Mm.
equality
Mm.
is to let
That's
everybody stick to his or her lane.
that is
When
so true. That is
men,
so true.
yeah, men are supposed to bring food to the house. Women are
Mm.
supposed to take care of the children. Women are supposed to take care of the house chores. Men are supposed to go out there and look for money.
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to get somebody in. Uh,
Okay.
okay, let me just continue. I'll add later. I'm saying that
Okay.
men are supposed to go outside there and look for food and look for rent, how to take care of the children. But since gender equality came, these women want to go out there and work. Yeah. Then when they got there to work, they need us also to take care of the house costs, which is
Even
not
working,
possible.
they're
We,
choosing. Even working, they're
yeah,
choosing. How many women are bricklayers? How many women are on top of poles rectifying the electricity? They just want
yeah.
lucrative jobs.
They want gender equality, but then when it comes to maybe emptying the septic tanks, there now they don't want it. When it comes
Yes.
to going to
Yes.
war,
They
they're being
don't.
left aside.
They
Yeah, so
are.
I
They are
think
grouped. They are grouped with children. They are grouped with children. That women and children.
we should not be doing what we call a favor. Gender equality is to let everybody stick to his or her lane. You know, these women they are even making us lazy men.
Yeah.
Why?
True.
They're making us lazy because they have gone into our responsibilities that you're supposed to do. When you're at home, they're
Yes.
taking care of the kids. Then I have to go and work hard. But when you leave the house at 7, all of us, we go to work, I'll relax. I know, she's going to come back with this and this and this. Let me go with my boys, let's go and drink. Or even
Yes.
at the end of the day, she's going to bring something on the table. Let people stick to what they were supposed to do. Even from the days of our forefathers, I asked some lady, alikuwa nasema,
Yes.
eti yeye haizi fulia boyfriend huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now she said haizi fulia boyfriend, and I
Mm.
asked, but you can have sex with a boyfriend, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Akasema yes. Now I ask her which one is better. Eti the mother, was it the mother or the father? The father told her once she's not married, she should not wash for a boyfriend. And I asked her, did
Okay.
he tell you that you have sex with a boyfriend when you're not married?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
she had
Yes.
nothing to answer. Mm. And those are the things, actually, those are things that mold people pole pole.
Yes.
They're ready for marriage, yeah. But
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
see
Yeah. Sure.
they have what they can do and what they cannot do. When you ask them what's the reason, they don't have a valid reason for that. Mm.
So that
So what
confusion.
I said
That
all this to ask about you asked about women and young girls drinking, yeah. I think that is
yes.
just a matter of pressure, and I think no man would want to marry a drunkard. Of course, we'll drink
Yes.
with them, we'll party with them, but would you take home a drunkard? And as ladies, they should also know that it is not good to drink, and no man is willing to take a drunkard. Who will take care of the children? Who will do the house chores? Who will be cooking in the house? Yeah,
Yeah. Because
yeah,
if you look at the three ladies that were killed, all of them had one thing in common. They were all drinking. Mostly those
and
people who are victim are people who go to the club and they drink. So alcohol, is addictive. I've seen even young men who are used to drinking. The day they don't have money, they just move around the club. So that happens with women. But women, because they have something to exchange, they'll not hesitate to go with anyone who is ready to buy drinks.
and I think the latest killing, and you can see the ages. The ages they're just 20s. The ladies in the 20s, I think the last killing, that lady was around 20 something old. If not 20, it was 20, the early 20s. Let me just check if I can see.
There is a actually there is a reason why women celebrate their birthday is always 21, 21, 21 forever. Because at 2021 is where they become more sexy, their
Yeah,
physiological appearance.
that's when they have the value. Their value is high. But that time, as men, we are very useless.
Yeah. You are still, you don't have anything at 2021.
We have nothing. That's why when some of us get the money, now we go back.
Yes, yes,
We don't
yes,
try
yes.
to
It is the
when we can
nature of
afford it.
every, is the nature of all human beings to go back and revenge the things that you are denied.
Yeah, but I know we do not justify the killings that have been happening, but we just need to stay vigilant. I think everybody has what kila mtu amekuwa educated, yeah. Everybody
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
what should be done, what should not be done. So, in as much as we are trying to blame the women,
Yes,
we should also blame the men. Men tunafaa kuwa na utu kidogo.
yes, yes, yes.
You know,
It is
the
very
women, they
bad
are,
to kill someone.
they are weak people. Even though
Yeah,
they only accept they are weak at some points, but when it comes to maybe these bigger positions, they are not weak.
yes, yes. That
And that,
happens with like
but
I've
we
seen
know,
people. I've seen people who appear to be very normal, educated, and just strong men, but in the sight of love or just small thing, they want to cry, they want to whine, they even want to kill someone or kill themselves. So the way we perceive this information is very much different. So the first thing is always to educate people, have conversation about that thing, so that people understand that these things are happening. Someone can deny you an opportunity. If you get money, that does not guarantee that you must always revenge. Young men need
now
to
I
know
see
that.
there were some new regulatory rules that were put to curb these killings on the Airbnbs, maybe installing CCTVs, leaving the documents. Are these going to help?
No, they're not going to help. Like mostly, this is how you think. If you know that you are a psychopath who like to assault women, or even having planned that if things go worse, you can kill them. You'll have to choose your place very well. You'll not go there for the first time and do the act. And the places that will not be very much strict will have more customers. Like it is just going to balance. We have some rogue businessmen who will not install the CCTV, who most of their customers are always gang, where drug dealing is taking place. And the rest, few of the others who are going to install the CCTV and put those regulations, they are going to have normal customers. Just someone who travel, want to treat the girlfriend very well, older people having seminars or some other things, people celebrating their birthday or anniversary, they are going to have those where CCTV and everything is placed. But we have other businessmen who are rogue. Like you can't say that these people who are killing people like Matar or whatever, they don't have their businesses. And the best businesses is to have B&B where people can drink under your own supervision. You have your gate man, it is like hotel. You Someone cannot just come in without that. That is where they exchange money that they are laundering. That is where they do their illegal business. So it will not work. They'll just gang up and have their own team. Or they'll just kill maybe inside there and go and throw somewhere else. They'll just find a way of managing that thing. And actually, when you start discussing something, you saw one scene came to the TV, and now the third one, and you can expect the fourth one, because most of the people who are bitter, the psychopaths, they are sending actually a message that you did to us this. This is the norm of the thing. Let us now revenge on all these women. Actually, I talked to a friend of mine who turned to be a gay and is a gay up to today. His argument was like all women are useless, and women treated me this way. So I'll never have any other form of interaction with the woman. So what next? And he's still sexually active. So he decided to go to a fellow man, and he found a man who was also bitter with women. And they are gays up to today. So if people can go to that extent of changing their beliefs and principles, these people can do everything as long as they have that deeper hatred about women because one woman frustrated them when they were young, or the society is uplifting women and women are becoming useless. Actually, it's another reason why most of young men are so much addicted into drugs because they don't have any other space. Everywhere in TV, social media, people are fighting for women, women empowerment, women are everything. If you have any clash with a woman and they take you to a court, the feeder court where women are being protected, your life is done and dusted. But women, on the other hand, are doing a number of painful things to men. Others beat men, and you have to keep quiet with that. They steal your money, you have to keep quiet with that. They take your property using some rogue lawyers, and you have to live with that. So the bitterness that women are having internally, that men are having internally, they are trying to send a message to the entire society in different ways. So I don't think if that will work, but it will regulate, and actually it will highly assist the ladies who are willing to take caution because they'll be asking CCTV, your documentation the way I saw. And before I conclude, there is something that has been triggering my mind. Why you stayed in Oyugis, right? For sometimes you stayed in Oyugis.
Yeah, yeah, sometime back.
Why is it that lodging and Airbnbs in Kijalu is called Utemako Yugi? I found that strange. Like
I have no idea.
like we they only like it shocked me when I visited in all news channels, all news channels. They are calling lodgings and Airbnb or Tmako Yugi. So you can do some research about that and know why
Maybe,
they lure. You can ask your
yeah,
viewers.
maybe we'll check on it. Maybe, who knows? Who knows why? You can like actually tell us on the comments later on, or even now if you can hear us. But I see right now the viewership is still low. But I know this is something that people will get to see many other days. I wanted to ask something. I don't know whether I forgot it, but anyway. So, do you think this thing is going to destroy the Airbnb business, or it has already?
No, it will not.
Mhm.
It will not. It will not destroy.
Mhm.
Like because it's actually depend on security of who you are going with, and most of them, those are just three killings. Many worse things have happened in lodgings. People die in lodging like most of the times, but lodgings are still surviving.
But actually,
Someone
actually,
can,
sometime back, men also used to die in lodges, but it was not something
yes,
very.
not even sometimes, even these days, like a month cannot pass without you hearing that a pastor been killed in a lodging, died in lodging, poisoned, and such kind of things, but they are still surviving. And now things are changing from lodging. There is no privacy. Everyone wants privacy. So as long as you have someone that you can trust, Airbnb is the best place to stay for long, to cook your own specific food, to have things that are ordered. The environment, like with modernity, you can't stop that. That will still survive. These cases will become normal.
Yeah, and yesterday was on 15th, and I saw some article where Kenneth Lusaka said that
Mm,
ladies who get pregnant while in school should
mm.
not get back to school after they are given birth.
Ladies who
Ladies
get,
who become pregnant while at school should not go back to school once they give birth.
uh, let me load more airtime, then
The ones of
I'll answer that
it's
after 1 minute.
okay.